There has got to be a better way. Say hello to my little friend. Hey y'all, welcome back to Seriously Stumped. Are you in the market for a portable bandsaw? Well, if so, do not buy one until you watch this video. But hey, if that doesn't tickle your fancy, you can stay stumped. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Let's go ahead and get this thing unstrapped. I don't know why they delivered it like this. How are we gonna do this? Oh, what are we gonna do? Ah! Had to go get Barry the blade, that way I can cut this box open, but let's spin it this way. That way you can see everything that they put on the outside of the box. It's just a couple details of what you get if you were to purchase this. And speaking of purchase this, let's go over a few particulars. I did not, in fact, purchase this. VEVOR has been blowing up my line trying to get me to showcase some of their tools on my channel, and I've been in the market for a portable bandsaw already, so I figured why not, especially when it's just such a great deal. Because as you can see on VEVOR's box here, it says tough tools for half price, and that's exactly what this is. Because if you went and bought this same thing at your big box store, you'd spend $325 and you wouldn't get a stand. I had to look that up for you. But if you do like this video, you enjoy this content, and you want to go purchase one of these for yourself, I will have a coupon code in the description of this video for you guys to be able to go pick up one yourself. But having said that, I need to lower this down to where you guys can see what's inside of the box. It's a good thing about the tractor. It really saves your back on having to lift stuff like this. But so first things first, I got 2 blades that are coming with it. I would bet that one of them is not installed, so we're gonna have to install that. And then we got some styrofoam, looks well packaged. The manual seems very compressed. There's not a lot of material in here, so hopefully there's not too many things that'll trip us up, because it doesn't look like we got a lot of information in that. But let's get this bandsaw open and see how much assembly is needed. All right, it also comes with 2 Allen wrenches. Now that I got all that styrofoam out of the way, let's keep opening this up. I feel like a kid on Christmas with this thing. A couple reasons. One, it looks like the only thing I'm gonna have to do to it is put the blade on it. Everything else seems like it comes fully assembled, which is great. No guessing with the limited amount of assembly instructions that we have. So that kind of explains the thinness of our instructions. Kobe. Give you a bird's eye view for our first thoughts here. First, you get 3 Allen wrenches, not 2 like I said earlier. If you loosen this bolt right here, you can adjust your auxiliary handle. And then down here, if you can see, we have this handle, and if you loosen it, you can then turn your entire bandsaw 45 degrees or up to 45 degrees to give yourself angle cuts. And then right here, you have pretty much a little vise to hold your material square, flush, plumb, whatever you want to call it, while you make your chop cuts. And then if you want to make this a fully portable bandsaw, aside from the stand, you loosen these 3 bolts right here and you can pop it right off. And we'll do that test later, because we're going to do all kinds of tests on it. The only other thing is, here's your on and off switch, and here is your 110 power cord. So let's get this back squared up, tighten this down right here, and figure out how we can get our blade on. Speaking of the blade, since this unit looks very comparable to a Milwaukee setup, you can actually get this blade at any big box store if you happen to need one because you dulled it during a project and you're just in a bind day of. But you can also order replacement blades from VEVOR. And then the only thing I see that you're going to need to put the blade on that doesn't come with the portable bandsaw itself is a screwdriver. And if you're buying a portable bandsaw, I'm sure you have a screwdriver laying around. So you just take these 2 off here, and then this housing will come off, and then we'll be able to throw our blade on. Little pro tip, always use a magnetic tip screwdriver when you're trying to work on small parts outside. That way you don't lose your screws. But once you get it off, the blade just slides in between your roller guides, which you know I love those roller guides. Looks all well made. And then we got these little sweeps here to keep all of the metal shavings out of your housing while you're cutting. A slip-free design, I like it. Once you get screw 1 and screw 2 reinstalled, your safety covers are good. You can spin it around, and as you'll see, your blade is still loose. So what you want to do is take your blade tensioner, tighten that down, pop, pop. That ain't going nowhere. And earlier I mentioned this on and off switch. And what that is this LED light right here. So, oop, you hit that on, boop, let there be light. That's pretty cool. That way you can always ensure that you're right on your mark. And then this here is a speed adjustment, and you're gonna vary that based on the material that you're cutting. And let's see if we're gonna need hearing protection to use this. I would say not. That is so much better than an angle grinder. I can't wait to cut this thing. I'm not gonna speed this video up at all. That was actually the time that it took to cut this, and look how smooth that cut is. I'm gonna be able to do so much work with this thing. As I was sitting here spinning my clamp open, I realized a cool feature. You can flip this open and allow you full, easy range of motion to be able to accept maximum width. And then that brings me to another point. This opening here is 5 inches, so your maximum width of cutting material is 5 inches, which is above average. So I think everyone is going to be satisfied with this, no doubt. As I described earlier, you loosen these 3 Allen bolts right here, and now you got a fully portable bandsaw with no stand. And that's one other thing that I want to point out, is that this total package here is only 30 pounds. So you can't call yourself portable if you're too heavy, because not all of us are built a little different. But let's see if we can use it freestanding to cut through this shipping container bracket holder majig. All right, Stump fam, let's go over a few final notes, because I don't have much else for you guys, but what I can tell you right off the rip is I have no idea about the longevity of this machine. It feels really well made. It's sturdy, but still portable. Even with the stand, like I said, it's only like 30 pounds. So you can haul this around to the job site. And that's why I did it out here in this field next to my tractor, because I didn't want to show you guys ideal conditions. I wanted to give you like a real world atmosphere of you out on the job site. You got temporary power hooked up and you got to plug in and you got to make some cuts. This thing's going to do that for you. If there's any negative that I have found so far, it's that when you go to adjust your angle cuts, this can be kind of finicky, and then it will allow you to go past 0. And if you go past 0, you're not going to be able to drop the bandsaw down. So that'll be a dead giveaway for you. But just be mindful to always lock this in exactly on your 0 once you reset it after doing a 22.5 degree cut or whatever you're doing. And then some other super positives that I love is that I don't have to wear hearing protection. There's really no sparks, nothing to potentially cause a fire. I don't need a fire extinguisher standing by when I'm using this. And then there's hardly no burrs on any of the material that I've been cutting, which is super convenient. I don't have to break out the sander or anything else to smooth up any of these cuts. They'd be ready to weld right now. But having said all of that, if you guys are interested in one of these from VEVOR, just check out the links in the description of this video. Get yourself a coupon code. I believe you can save yourself 5%, and it's super awesome, but they're always running out of stock, so you guys hurry and go get yours. But if you guys have any questions, hit me up. As always, hopefully you learned something today. Hopefully you remember to stay safe and stay hydrated, and we will catch you guys on the next one. What are we gonna do? Ah! There we go.